worked. So Aghanim Shard, dispersion can be activated to increase damage reflected by 100% for 5 seconds.
Just tell me, is it good or bad?
I'll tell you what happened to me.
Well, let's look at this battle maybe instead. First blood from Feeling. Let's go. It's going to be B-God with the support Skywrath picking up the first kill.
Yeah. Okay, so the position 4s are buying blood grenades. I think that's also something to be expected from 4s. It just gives you... And offlane, actually, they got...
And the offlaner too, yeah. Double blood grenades. I think, you know, one of the things we all kind of discussed a lot about, and actually learned this from your stream, Lizard. It's like, if you don't have a carry, or if you don't have a support in the lane who has either a stun or a slow, and you have this huge nuke, and you never get to use it, blood grenade opens up a world of possibilities.
My stream? I mean, I streamed a bit late, but I only started playing this morning, but I was spamming blood grenade every game, yeah, that's true. I like it. I feel it's good. The slow is pretty significant, especially if you can add on top of that some more slow. You know, like a Pudge with a Rot or a Venomancer with the Gale. It just feels stupid. Yeah. By the way, the Spectre game confused me because I could never figure out which the real Spectre was, and I don't know why. I didn't understand truly why, because apparently the Aghanims, the shard has changed, but the Aghanims is still the same.
Yeah, so you have the full damage reflection basically for 5 seconds on dispersion with the shard, which actually makes the shard now much more viable for the hero. What was the old shard on this hero? I don't even remember. I haven't seen enough of Spectre in the last patch. I don't remember.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't even matter anymore. Yeah,
it was also about dispersion. It was the amount of dispersion dispersed before that, something like that.
Yeah, it just says it's been reworked, but well, the damage reflection's nice, especially when it comes to like, okay, you're playing against a Leshrac. That's a hero that will want to basically run at you. You know you're dealing a lot of AoE damage the whole time. You have the Ursa who does something similar, except that your Fury Swipes is going to build up into a lot of right-click damage. If you start reflecting that back towards the Ursa, all these squishies in your team are like, I don't want to be near this hero. I don't want to be close to Spectre at all. Enchantress is going to look for a way out. The Tiny doesn't want to initiate this hero anymore. That is, of course, if you end up buying the shard. I'm sorry, not buying, getting the shard on this hero. But it definitely changes things.
This changes many, many things, my dear T Panda. Everything is changed. How do you feel about the Twin Gates? Twin Gates, like Twin Gates for me are possibly one of the most impactful things in the game right now because of the rotations that you can do as a 4 or a 5. Like, look, what's stopping? Let's say you're this Skyrat, right? Like you dived Ursa a little bit, and he thinks you're behind the trees. Suddenly, you're just using the Twin Gates to go top. I think the teams need to ward this up. Like,
I've seen a plenty of wards, at least in West Europe, where they're like, let's just put a ward down next to the Twin Gate so we don't get surprised, because it's a high ground position. You can still get decent amount of vision around the area. It also shows you Roshan. Like currently, I don't know if the teams know which side Roshan has already spawned in. It is on the south side though. At the start of this game.
So during the, I'm not gonna say I'm sure about this, but during the daylight he's down bottom. During the night he's top.
Okay, that's something that I missed out. But you know, we're all learning here. Can actually be a 1K play-by-play, and it's okay.
So fine. Of course, it's even better. You should be wrong all the time.
Yeah, that's why I have you here, Lizard.
To be wrong together, yeah.
Nope. Okay, we'll take it that way. All right. At least itemization-wise, I ain't seeing anything massive change. You know, the Midas on the Doom wants to pick up that extra gold. Already farms up pretty nicely on the hero, but
look, he's buying
a phylactery on the Sky. Oh, and actually killing the Ursa in the bottom lane. He's slowed up by the blood grenade. Can Arceus get away? Doesn't look like he can.
What the hell is Phylactery? Phylactery.
Phylactery is the one which does damage.
The next unit target spell you cast on an enemy deals a separate 125 bonus damage to the target and slows them by 50% for... My god, that sounds great for Sky
it sounds it sounds really good for Sky. I was thinking, could it be busted on Lion? But I've heard that, well, 1, 2, 3 sources said it felt a bit underwhelming because you're also opting to buy, what was the cost of the item? 2,400 to not get a blink, not get a force staff. But I guess if you play a hero like Sky, you don't need a blink on the hero. You probably don't need a force staff on the hero anyway to just max out your damage output.
I might go on Edge here, bottom lane. Oh, she's going on them.
They've been fighting a lot in this bot lane. Like, the moment they got back to the lane, they were already jumping on the Sky and the Sand King, but it is the Edge to fall first.
Yeah, they're outplaying them a little bit. It's more about... Sand King and Sky, by the way, this is a strong lane. Like, a really damn strong lane. At the same time, they have been playing it a bit better, too. Let's see, maybe... Yeah, it's just... it's just a mess. It's just a mess. They're overcommitting on Ant. They should be a little bit more chill, and they should be respecting the damage that's output by these two. Now Sand King can go into the Lotus pool. Let's see if he does that. Italiano, did you read the patch notes? Yes, he did. He's going into the pool. He's gonna go for a little bit of a swim.
Yoink.
He gets a healing Lotus. Seems good.
They can't actually turn because the Sky has gone all the way back home, so Italiano Gangstar is gonna have to run away. The Wildwing Ripper is gonna push him away, and he goes down to the low ground. There's no way for the Ent and the Ursa to follow all the way there. No Earth Shock. Sand King lives.
Why didn't he use the small little bridge? Why does he hate the bridge? You shall not pass, Gangstar.
That is true. Yeah, that is a bit of a McDuck hash type of bridge as they take down Scourge McDuck. So, Ant finding their first kill of the game helps out a bit since bottom has been struggling. And bottom, talking about that lane, that's another one.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Like, this is becoming a bit too much. Like, at least you know what one good thing is. Sand King doesn't have a lot of last hits because they've been fighting all the time. Same goes for Ursa. So even though you see a lot of kills, these heroes aren't that farmed. Just look at the Doom. He's on top of the network charts. He's not getting a lot of kills. He got one. But instead of the kills, he's getting a lot of farm. He's finding the last hits.
I think even if you have one kill on an off-lane Doom, the lane's going already super well.
Mid lane, rotation from the Sky.
Yep, waiting for it to happen. B-God jumping in, goes on for the slows onto the Lesh, and Sandman will get to finish off the Slush track, or is it B-God? Okay, Fairy Fire popped. Gives that extra regen, but he's deciding to stay.
Is that?
Oh, that's gonna be a painful mistake for RL. So you dodged the gank already, but you walk back into the trap. It's like, you know, you're removing the cheese from the mouse trap, and you still stick your fingers in there.
Yeah. I don't have too many mouse traps
Now Jubei's gonna go down to the warden.
But I can imagine that. How painful is that? Please tell me, Panda.
It stings.
Oh, okay.
I think I was a very young kid when that happened. It's only happened once, I think.
I mean, it would be incredibly interesting if it happened multiple times in a row.
Can they get the Ember in mid, though? Rotating into mid is the Warden. No toss, just right clicks and a level 2 Avalanche. RL, he's got a Lightning Bolt ready. A Lightning Storm will finish him off. Not in time with the TP. Oh, another battle there as well, apparently up. Sand King down. And Arceus will drop as well, so it's just the Ench versus the Sky. I don't think we're going to get a conclusion into this battle.
He's got
unless
the range draw, but he still should die, yeah.
He's still got an extra mango. Yeah, that should be enough. Felix going to go down. That's 8 kills at 6 minutes for Mr. B-God. I've seen this movie before.
Yep. That's a pretty solid game for the AA. He's going to get himself Arcane Boots as well. So one positive on this bottom lane is Ursa and Sand King are the same net worth, but Skyrat is quite high up there, almost as high as the Lash. And Ancient Apparition is rotating in.
A lot of battling here in the bottom lane. Yep, they've got rotations kicking in with the Warden. Trying to intervene a bit, but he does not get a point into the toss. However, it's just going to be Avalanche and Tree Toss at level 3. Maybe he gets one more creep killed for level 4. These trade-offs hurt a lot, though, because Ursa's the prime target, right, for the cut.
He is. Like, you want to kill the Ursa as much as possible. The only reason he didn't die is the Warden and Enchantress rotated in, so the concussive shot didn't land on him.
The bait is real. They want to walk on Sand King, but the Warden looks like he's going to be the one to drop first, and now they put their attention towards the Ursa, and they even get the Centaur to jump at the back. Jubei will end up going down.
Oh, 1 for 1. Not terrible. Not great, not terrible. Ursa is buying... How the hell do you pronounce this? Cornucopia.
It's a cornucopia.
Cornucopia? What the hell is a cornucopia?
A cornucopia means it's like a plethora. Okay, that's probably a hard word as well for you. But,
no, it's not. Thank you very much. Plethora. What the hell? Why did I deserve this flame?
A cornucopia is like a rich environment of a lot of good things, you know? So, Argius...
And you knew that, right? Before this patch. Like, you definitely didn't...
I knew it because I have a song called Cornucopia, so it's a good title.
Oh, excuse me, Mr. Song.
Mr. Song.
Mr.
Just dropping a hot mixtape mid-cast, you know?
Mid lane, nothing happening.
Yeah.
Just Ember
but
and Flash.
But I think the cornucopia is a mythological thing.
Oh, okay.
I think it's got something to do with a horn that has like a lot of fruit and stuff. So it's like, well, we call it literally a horn filled with a lot of stuff. So
if I Google it right now, okay, and if I find,
okay, was I anywhere near?
You were exactly on point. It's almost like you were reading that exact thing.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, then I remember because I have looked it up at some point. But bot lane, bit of a battle with Ush in the middle with Italiano Gangstar. Sand King to drop first, so Doom to follow. Maybe they can find a bit more kills here.
Sadman.
Warden trying to make a run for it. Sandman will get the tiny.
Yeah, they do get the tiny.
Bit of a trade-off.
A bit of a trade-off, but Doom died. I think that's pretty important.
Yeah, Doom has Sand King, yeah. It does hurt for you, Doom, to rotate to die, like especially when you're still building that Midas.
It's just the fact that he's highest net worth on the map. Taking him down and releasing a little bit of that pressure is really important. And Ash right now, what he's doing is really sacrificial. Like, he's going down bottom, where the Sand King is strong, where the Skyrat might rotate. And now, like, even as this Doom, like, you're on top of the network charts, and suddenly you might be struggling to use that. And mid lane, that should be fine.
It looks like nobody's actually going to get caught. No chains on the Ember. Not enough for a root. They don't really have the lockdown right now for Mystic Flare. They've got the level 6, level 7 even, on this Skyrath Mage. So I think Sand King stun, 1.2 second stun duration is the only tool that they have right now.
It's like they don't have many tools. I don't have many words. They just work with what they have, T-Panda, you know? It is what it is.
Yep.
Now I understand why I got kicked from that WhatsApp group. I'm just not well read enough.
He still keeps reminding me of it.
They're rotating in the Ember as well, so they really want this tier 1 tower.
Yeah, they want to fight. They want to get more kills for Skyrath. He's already 10 kills into 10 minutes. Enjoying his life. But some pretty cool things. I see a, is that a barrier rune?
Shield rune.
Ember Spirit's bottle? Shield rune, yeah, that's the one.
Yeah.
But you get a barrier out of it, so... Decent. Warden was trying to move on Scourge McDuck, and Feeling also pops the enchant to slow him down. They can't find a kill on him, though.
Your place is here.
With that rotation, can they make it into mid? Sadman is pressuring the Lesh. And another attempt in the top lane, but no. Scourge McDuck, he's ready, but they're TPing into mid. Ember under the tower. That's actually a lot of damage that shield soaks.
Yep, Shielded is the name of the buff, and it protects you for an equal of 50% of your max HP, so pretty damn strong, especially if you're like a big hero, yeah.
Yep. There's the Mystic Flare and the Tiny going down in mid, and kill number 11 for B-God. What about bottom, though? Are they setting up for Doom? They've got Blink ready.
Middle tower is under attack.
He's really big.
Very tanky, though.
Yeah, like they can kill him with a Sky Rat who's rotating in. Ancient Apparition almost has level 6 as well. He's getting real close to it, so... okay, he actually pulls the creeps, but doesn't stick around for the exp. Unfortunate.
Yeah, now chasing the Ember a bit, but he always has his Remnant jump to get to safety. Is there any special item coming up right now? I think the Phylactery should be ready. Oh, okay. Well, still 1,200 gold required, so 800 more for B-God. He's got it. Pretty good timing for it, too. You already got Mana Boots and a full Magic Wand. Get a lot of benefit out of that.
Yeah, nothing really much bigger than that. The Bloodstone reworked a little bit is going to be interesting. On
How did that change?
Blood Pack duration decreased from 6 to 5 seconds. Is that all?
Oh.
I was thinking it's
Looks like
way
it.
more massive, but okay. We have some Blade Mails as well. Blade Mail on Spectre. Damage bonus is decreased, but armor increased. Interesting. But damage bonus has been decreased by quite a bit, like 8 damage.
Okay.
Mid lane, Sampling Gold.
Those are early game damages for sure. We got the Haunt coming out as well. They will get the rotation onto the Lesh. RRL feeling very defenseless. Now that they find themselves a kill, can they convert that into a tower?
You know what's nice about this shard on Ancient Apparition? Like, it's a pretty cool shard. And also,
pretty damn good one.
Yeah, it's not about that. It's basically the way Tormentor works is, let's see, the Warden defending mid, holding that thought as Sand King might jump in. They got him.
They've got the combo onto the Tiny, and he will go down. Sandstorm ticks, gonna be more than enough. And the Enchantress, he just doesn't have the heals for it. Ice Blast coming out as well. Enchantress will drop.
Yep.
And they're just giving one hero after another for the cut.
This mid,
They're just guiding him.
mid tier 1 is mid tier 1 became
Radiant's bottom
extremely
tower
difficult
is
to
under
defend.
attack.
Like back in the day, it was hard. It wasn't the hardest, but it was hard. Tier 2 was probably the hardest to defend. Right now, tier 1 mid is goddamn ridiculous because there's a high ground right next to it. If you're Radiant, your tier 1 tower is, I would say, twice as hard to defend as Dire tier 1 tower. It's just like, look at the difference in terrain. You just
it is massive.
Like this cliff right next to the Radiant tier 1 tower is, I don't know. I think it needs to be changed a bit.
Well, I mean, if you want to look at it that way, sure.
What other
But
way?
is there a workaround? Does Radiant have an advantage somewhere else?
I mean, it's your mid tier 1. Maybe you have an advantage somewhere else. I'm not sure.
There's no Roche pit anymore in the mid lane, which I think is the biggest impactor. But finding an Enchantress that will always help inside the triangle, getting another kill for the cut.
Radiant's bottom
Yeah, I guess that's true. It's harder to defend at the same time. It's not as important. So there's that. Yeah, pretty cool so
It's
far.
like the old Radiant offlane tower. Like you said, the tier 1s and tier 2s in the offlane are like probably the most important ones to hold on to. Like we see some, I see a Wisdom rune on the map, at least on the right side. Nobody's picked it up, so decent amount of experience for somebody just waiting to be picked up. But we're not going to go there. We're going to go to the mid lane. They're going to get the rotation on the Ember with the Doom. They will get a kill on Sandman, and the turnaround with the Epicenter. Ice Blast coming out. Wombo combo, baby. They'll get some damage out onto the Lesh, onto the Doom. Lesh will finally end up dropping. And the Warden get to keep his life intact for now.
Yeah, that was Wombo combo, but not really, because he used the Sandstorm before. No, that wasn't... perhaps used it a little bit too early. Besides that, it is fine. Ancient Apparition followed up with the Ice Blast. Pipe did a lot of work, like it's a really good pickup. So Pipe, BKBs, those kind of items are gonna be solid.
Radiant's middle tower
Ursa
is
farming
under
up,
attack.
Spectre farm. Are you alright there?
I'm fine, I'm fine. I'm all good. Still recovering from my sickness, but all good, all good. See the Ags coming up with the Spectre bottom lane. That's another one for the cut. They're up to 19 kills now. It is the North American Dota. We've been kind of craving for. I think this patch is also enabling a lot of this kind of. Let's try and poke and prod. Like try out these new items that we have. The Phylactery ready on the Skyrath Mage.
Dude, he just got great healing Lotus on Sand King. Like 400 HP and mana with one click. Sounds pretty damn good because no one was using the Lotus Bowl. Yeah, that's that's a mini cheese right there for Italiano Gangster. For nothing, just rolling by and clicking on a pool. Pretty damn
Have you ever tasted a Lotus?
I don't know what you're into, man. I haven't. Have you?
I'm just trying to figure out, like, you eat a cheese, like, is it a good cheese, is it a bad cheese, but you still got, like, a lot of HP for it. But then you see a Lotus, and you're like, is a Lotus that tasty? Is it like, ugh, I'll eat it if I have to? Like, a Tango is literally like a fruit from a tree, which, if it's not poisonous, you'll probably eat it and be happy with it and get regeneration out of it. But, yeah, the more bigger part of the story. Top area getting contested now. But back to the original question. So you say you have not tasted a Lotus?
I haven't, honestly. This sounds more like some Finnish kink that you're asking me for.
Nope. Yeah, this is just video game logic. The tastier the object, the more HP it usually gives. Sadman looks like he's gonna be okay. Well, okay, no longer. He just Remnant jumps right next to the Ursa, decides to stay there. RL's gonna be dropping too, and without the Lesh, they're gonna run out of damage. Argy is still being controlled and targeted by Italiano Gangstar. The Warden gets the toss out, and they're gonna push the Sand King under the tower. They will sack Feeling for this. It is a good trade-off. 2 cores down from the side of the cut.
Yeah, 2 cores, but they're the ones just constantly being on the aggressive. They're the ones I feel like that are feeling in control of the game. Even though Ursa has 3k gold, Argus, he doesn't know what he wants. He will be gone on by B-God, but he moved back fast enough. Sadman goes
diving
in
under
as
the
well.
tower. Oh, Ursa's dead.
Yep.
Mystic Flare to take the kill. Sandman out of there.
It's basically Ant just constantly responding, but never really being fast enough to make their own move. Ants right now are kind of lost.
I would agree. They're just really not finding any success. If these fights are super drawn out and the cut overextends, I feel like there's a small opener for Ant to punish, and that's when they get their kills. But outside of that, it feels like the cut is just dictating what direction this game is going to go.
You know what bothers me a little bit? I'll tell you. Like, I love the patch.
Me?
Besides you. These wards, like, they're... the way their hit points, like the hit point bars on top of them, I feel like they could be done a little bit better. Not sure. Like, all the ward units at the moment, like...
Oh, you mean like a quality of life thing?
Yeah. Just the visuals, nothing more. Just the visuals, I feel like could be a... I don't know, the visuals remind me of League of Legends, and if something reminds me of League of Legends, it's not good. Yeah.
Well, we've got a twin gate rotation from the top to bottom, and as you can see, they've got their eyes set onto the Ursa. They will find the Enchantress. Out of all heroes, Spectre popping Blade Mail, but nobody hitting him. Yule's being popped. You got the stun ready.
Click on Ember,
the tier 2.
Click on Ember. And go over Greater Healing Lotus. 900 HP and mana. Instantly restored. Range 400. So, wait, it's not only for yourself. You can use it on someone too. Is that what it means? If there's 400 range,
so?
Yeah. This is, like, teams need to pay more attention to the Lotus pool. Like, you need to get your ass there and take these things.
Oh, they're trying to take the cube.
Look at
Ice Blast. Oh, no. Ugh. Right on the money. Oh, that is absolute pain. They just got themselves the Tormentor, but they were so low after it. An Ice Blast shows up. And Scourge McDuck finds himself an easy double, maybe even a triple, as they're going to finish off the Doom. It's going to be Sad Man who wants that kill, pops the Slate just as he's dying.
Okay, chat, help me out if T-Panda doesn't. They did take down the Tormentor, right? They killed it on Ant. Ant got it. If they got
Tiny
it...
has a shard.
Exactly. If they got it, why does Tiny have a shard and not Enchantress? Is it the bottom two that randomly get assigned, or is it the bottom one that gets it? Because I thought it's the bottom one, bottom network that gets it, not the bottom two. But okay, like Enchantress doesn't get it for the best probably. I mean, one bad thing for them is they just died.
Did
like
they
Radiant's
change the value of the shard over 1,400 gold to something else? Because it probably translates to some kind of net worth change, right? Tiny probably could have been pretty low, but I don't think he was that low.
I mean, just subtract 1,400, it's still not...
Yeah, but that's what that's what I asked you. Did they change the gold value?
I mean, I don't think so. They haven't. It's the same.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like they changed it. But yeah, he still got more than the Edge does. So your point is valid. Chat can help out.
In any case, they just died for nothing because both of these shards are dog. Like Enchantress shard in this game and the Tiny shard on position 4 Tiny just it feels bad. So
yeah. And to talk about an original point you brought up during the draft, you need BKBs on ads. You've got one almost ready on the Lesh, you've got one almost ready on the Doom, but Ursa decided to build Blink above BKB first. Why is that? Isn't like Battle Fury Blink super greedy?
He went Battle Fury and then he saved up 3,000-4,000 gold before he decided to buy Blink, so that he didn't even get the value of like moving across the map faster and using the Blink to quote unquote farm better. Tiny will die. They're just crumbling. It's this Aghanim's on Spectre catching them off one after another. I don't think like the Blink or the BKB definitely would have been better. It would allow him to at least stand his ground and perhaps fight once or twice. But it is what it is. With the Blink, maybe he feels a bit safer as he can move across the map to find that farm for the BKB.
Sad Man, he's located the enemy on the bottom, on the low ground, but the Cut, they're quite spread around this huge map. They won't be able to connect and collide on top of the Ant heroes. You've got this one Watcher. We'll scout out Spectre on his way. Lesh to drop. B-God's gonna be there. He's saving his Mystic Flare for another target. This Lesh is not standing a chance.
He's having a roughie. There's no BKB still. And as long as there are no BKBs, they will continue feeding. But, you know, look at the bottom part of the map. You see these creep camps, they never approach them. Like, there's this well, and there are, like, 3 camps around it. The wolves, like, you could be farming there. You don't have to be picked off across the map when you have other places. Like, this map is so big right now. You know?
Yep.
Like, and this is when I was talking about the shard, this is what I meant. Like, one of the best things about a shard is that you're always going to be the lowest net worth. The hero just doesn't farm well on position 5.
Sand King got this one though. They finished off the Tormentor, and Sand King has got the shard.
Wasn't it AA? Did he have it already on AA?
AA has it.
So,
but who's below the Sand King? The AA and the Sky.
Yeah,
Sky doesn't have it. Sky didn't get it.
It's AA that got it. He didn't have a shard, right?
Nope. Sand King received an Aghanim shard.
Okay. Sure. Because okay, this is confusing me now. I thought it was the lowest net worth, but I guess it isn't anymore, so whatever. I'm wrong. I need to reread the patch note. Twitch chat.
I'm on it right now.
Twitch chat, go for it. Teach us exactly who gets the shard.
Well, one thing is for sure, a Roshan Aegis from the first kill. Something out of old Dota has not changed. This one only going for Sad Man. The Ember Spirit, the big playmaker, will be picking it up for himself.
Radiant's top tower
Talking about
is under
lotuses,
attack.
they have 4 of these healing lotuses picked up right now.
Ancient Apparition is also stronger because of that. He's one of the heroes that makes your lotuses
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
just useless because of the ulti. So you have to wait that out. So Ancient Apparition, I think his stonks are rising.
Radiant's top
Big
tower
stonks
is
for
under
this hero,
attack.
especially because the map is so big. Your Ice Blast is going to be even bigger, right? If you go from one side to the other completely.
Destroying a Tormentor grants an Aghanim Shard buff to one of the 2 lowest net worth allied here. One of the 2.
Okay, yeah,
So
that's what I
if
meant.
AA already had it, then it randomizes between the 3rd and the 4th.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
So that makes sense. All right, there's the logic.
If you're Sky, you're very pissed though. Like you could have gotten a free shard, you didn't. Instead, your offlane Sand King gets it. You're like, what the hell, man? I'm winning this game. I'm 14-0-13. Let me get the shard. They're doing
Right,
it.
well, fight potentially here. Sandman, 2-man chains come out. They pop the smoke to buy some time, but the stun coming out as well from the Sand King. And they're very low. Arceus already has to disengage from this fight, and Ush is in the middle. He gets a 3-man stun, but that's all he can do. He's going to doom up the sky, and he's going to start running away as the cut. They're going to be chasing up for kills, and they finish off the doom. Ush being an easy kill for them to catch.
Yeah, he jumped in, but his teammates were already all gone. It's like they haven't initiated a single time. That's a problem. Every single fight that they've had so far has been initiated by the cuts. The cut completely feeling in control. 13k ahead. With an Aegis, Ember was able to just poke and prod until something happens, until someone goes ham and initiates. I'm not even sure the way. I guess you need a basher as well, and Ursa. He's going for it. Like with this basher, maybe you can take down a target. The best way would be to smoke up and find a good doom. But I don't think they've used a single one so far on Radiant. I haven't really noticed it. They have one on Tiny. Maybe they just don't know where to smoke.
Yep, well, they could just jump straight on top of RL under the tier 2 tower, getting the 2-man stun as well, but a lot of damage is being reflected backwards. Ended up being the Sand King falling very fast as well, but feeling getting killed under the tower, but Sadman might just burn out his Aegis charge as it looks like he might just be able to walk away. The tower, okay, he's got a blink. He's going to be able to disjoint the attacks. And Arceus and feeling going down. RL also dropping very fast in the early seconds of the engagement.
Why did he go for Dezo instead of Skadi? That's my only question. But okay, he went Dezo Blink. I think Skadi was the play here, but sure, why not? Why not? They're in a comfortable leading position, and he does have an Aegis, so he can maybe utilize that. He might die to the Tiny here.
I mean, pushing is kind of difficult unless you wipe the entire enemy team. So it does help you with the objective push a little bit. Tiny, he's going to get stunned and he's just going to get blown up. There's nothing Warden can do. Oh, I mean, that new Ice Blast is just beautiful with the shard. Italiano Gangstar sitting up in top.
Is under attack.
Potentially waiting for somebody to show up in the lane, but the Doom is nearby. They just don't have the backup right away, but RL moving towards top, and so is Arceus. Do they have detection? They have Dust on Doom. Sand King moving to the left. They don't have vision on him right now, but the Lotus, they see Lotuses are disappearing from the pool. He's sealing them and jumping on the Ursa, but it's a trap, or is it? Scourge McDuck, Scaz, Sadman, they're going to be ready for the turnaround here. RL with his Bloodstone, he ain't getting anything out of this, and Ush tries to TP home. Not going to happen. Arceus will be able to teleport home. They just lost 2 cores, which they thought we're the ones baiting. Nope, we just got you baited.
Just in full control on the cut once again. All the moves on the map look much crisper, much easier for them to be made. So I'm not sure what Ant can do any longer. They just need to completely switch up the playstyle. It doesn't even feel that it's about...
Radiant's top tower is under
It
attack.
doesn't even... Oh, by the way, Vampire Fangs re-added. Damn, son, I didn't see this one. All right.
Vampire Fangs, Faded Brooch.
Vampire Fangs back in it, eh? Cool. 15% lifesteal, 6% spell lifesteal. If you're less, you're feeling good with it. Yeah, the night vision as well.
Night vision very handy for that Lesh, especially in those engagements that you're going to be taking, since you are kind of running alone most of the time. If you're chasing for opponents, you got that extra information, can help. But the lifesteal is good. The lifesteal is really good. And then you pop a Bloodstone to get even more spell lifesteal on top of the lifesteal you're already getting from Vampire Fangs. Very good numbers. The kind of the downside right now for RL is that he's just so far behind on this Lesh that he doesn't have impact.
He needs some.
Otherwise, in theory, it's a good setup.
I feel like RRL needs a plethora of items, my dear Finn.
He's going to need a cornucopia of success as well, but he's not going to get that. But Skirt McDuck getting the kill. They're going to throw Argeus into the air. Ush, he's going to TP away. Argeus BKB's on the run. The Warden hiding in the tree line. No blink for him. No escape for the Enchantress. And they're going to wait for this Ursa's BKB to run out as well. They call GG. They're done with this game. And I think, you know, the Cut, they were in a dominating position from pretty much the very start of the game. They trashed the Ursa in the lane. And they were just able to find success through that tier 1 pressure. Dire looking strong.